Hey guys, it's Flippin' Friday. Let's check out what I sold this week on Facebook, Mercari, eBay, and Poshmark. Hey guys, my name is Heather. I am a full-time reseller. I sell on sites like Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, ThredUp, The RealReal, Instagram, Marketplace, all kinds of places. If you are new to my channel, thank you for coming to check me out. If you like reseller type of content, I do lots of haul videos, ThredUp unboxings, and what solds is mostly what I do in this channel. Maybe would add in some tips and tricks videos at some point, but right now those three keep me busy. So I would encourage you to hit the subscribe button down below. That way you can get notifications, push the little bell every time I put up a new video. I am a homeschool mom of 2 kids, although I don't do much anymore. My kids do everything on their own, but I have lots of flexibility. I'm a volleyball coach, I'm a volleyball player, and I love Disney. So we're going to get right into what sold this week for me. I feel like it wasn't as many quantity items maybe as last week, but I made some really good high dollar sales. So, and I have no idea what I made because I don't add that up every week. I just track everything in an app on QuickBooks. So, it gives me like a running total, so I don't know. Like I can't compare, and I don't really care to. So let's just start on Facebook Marketplace. The first thing I sold was this Lane Bryant black red floral open kimono. This sold very quickly within a couple of days for $20. And I sold this men's Burton black spell out sweatshirt. This came to me in a men's ThredUp rescue box. I do have a playlist actually for my ThredUp rescue boxes if you like those and just want to binge on all of them. I think you can find that if you just click on my videos and it'll show that playlist. So I need to make it for the other things that I do as well, just so if people kind of want to watch one certain thing. Anyway, pretty quick sale within a week or two for $20. This came to me in a ThredUp purse rescue box. This was just in a 15 handbags one, I believe. It was Tignanello tricolor leather handbag, and that also sold for $20. Another item that came into me in a men's ThredUp rescue box, it was a Calvin Klein blue floral short sleeve button-up polo. This sold for $10, which is what I had listed at. This doesn't sell good, so I'm pricing it accordingly, and that was good to move it out quickly. The next thing that sold on Marketplace was a pair of Keen shoes. These were women's, pink. They were called the Terradora hiking shoes. They were in really good condition, size 10, and those sold for $35. And then just last night, I sold these Can Touch the Sky high-waisted distressed skinny jeans for $25. That brand has been selling quickly for me, as long as it's like a desirable style, like the high-rise distressed skinnies. It's been selling very quickly for me. So not a huge moneymaker, but a quick sale if you're looking for that. So let's move on to Mercari. I sold this New with Tags Anthropology Party Sequin Top. I've had this thing literally probably like a year and a half, a really stupidly long time. It sold for $16. You know, it retailed for a ton, but just because something retails for a lot does not mean it's going to resell for a lot. But still, it wasn't like it was an outdated style. I had tried relisting it a couple times. So I don't know what is up with that, but I'm just glad to finally get it out of my house. Next was a pair of J brand Maria black high-rise skinny jeans. These were, I think it was 27 maybe, and they sold for $28. So I don't pick up J brand a ton, but these ones being high-rise, they were in a pretty good condition, so that was okay. And then I sold this Athleta green quilted Belvedere jacket. I sold that last night, and that sold for $29. This was a Joseph and Lyman merino wool black sweater. This came in a men's ThredUp rescue box. It wasn't anything special with the brand or anything. Sold it for $9. So, you know, that's one where I'm literally just making a few dollars or just getting my money back from like what each thing cost average in the box, because it's 25 pounds. So I don't know how much, it just depends on what they put in there, how much each thing's going to cost. But I'm still okay with like just making enough to make my money back on a few items and then making profit on others, because if I would have just donated that, then that would have been like a loss, you know. So our Cabby floral sleeveless tank top. This was in a size small, I believe, and that sold for $20. And then I sold this Under Armour pink compression long sleeve shirt. I actually showed this on a haul, I think, and I thought it was women's because that's where I found it at the thrift store. but turns out it was men's. It was in a size 2X and it sold for $21. Yesterday I sold this Athleta blue camo Speedlight tank top. This was racerback style Athleta tank tops, and the newer styles have been selling fairly quickly for me. Only 15 or 20 bucks, but quick sales, and that sold for $19. I sold these Tom's black suede metallic Dorsey flats. These came to me in a thread-up shoe rescue box, and they sold very quickly for 20 bucks. This was another thing from my thread-up rescue box, a men's J. Crew vintage wash V-neck slim fit tee, and this sold for $10. And another thing from a men's thread-up rescue box, Dickies white work pants Carpenter. These sold for $13. So a lot of these things, not a lot, but there's a decent amount of stuff in those rescue boxes that aren't worth very much, but when I price them for kind of what they are worth, they go quick. So make sure you're not pricing things like a ridiculous amount. I had like the weirdest comment on Poshmark. I'll try to see if I can remember to insert it here. I sent out my normal closet clear out message to see if she wanted something, and it was like the longest message of like, Poshmark is hopeless. I'm not making any sales. I'm like, oh my gosh. And so I was like, you know, I'll just take a quick peek at her closet. And she had really good brands, like really, really good brands, but priced way too high. And I don't think a lot of people understand you can't price the items based on their retail, and you can't price them based on what you think they will sell for. You need to price them based on what they are worth, which how you can find out is by looking up what they are currently selling for. Like, go a little bit higher maybe, but like she had a Goldie jeans for $200, and I'm like, and they were used. And I'm like, okay, yes, that's a great pair of jeans. That's a great brand, but they are not selling for $200 used. Like, you just have to look at that. And if you price things accordingly, you will sell things, but you just can't, blah. So anyway, that was interesting. Okay, we are going on to eBay next. The first thing I sold on eBay, these Eddie Bauer men's vertical striped swim trunks with a 5-inch inseam. They were size extra large, and these sold for $25.88, which was my full asking price. I sold this new with tags Suzanne Betro, if that's how you say that. Black, white, floral top in a size 3X. I got these last summer at a garage sale for $1 each, so that was a good flip for 20 bucks, although I did have it for quite a while. Next was a Title IX Sunbuster long sleeve rash guard shirt. This sold for $17. I sold these Evolution and Creation multicolor high-rise crop leggings for $12. I picked these up a couple times and I was like, ooh, and they sold fast for me for like 20 bucks. I'm like, okay, this will be an easy, like, athletic brand to sell. And then I was getting them after that, and they've been like sitting with like no action. And then I found them that they're selling them at TJ Maxx, and I'm just like, okay. So not really something I'm going to be picking up anymore. This was a thing from a men's thread-up rescue box. It was a Patagonia blue Traverse jacket, lightweight. It was in a size extra small, and that sold for an offer of $30. Here is another pair of Can medium high wash denim jeans in a size 25. These actually sold for $14. The reason they sold so cheap is because I did run a sale on my closet that weekend, I believe, for 40% off. I've been really liking eBay and doing those sales. Even if I run it for like 1 or 2 days when things are going slow, I'm getting sales and I'm moving stuff out. So you will see some lower ones, I think, here. But anyway, that's fine. This was a Prana green Hallie skirt cargo size 10, and this sold also on the sale for $14. I sold this Brooks Brothers men's navy blue coat. This was a size extra large, and it came in a men's thread-up rescue box, and it sold for $35.88. So you see why I like getting these thread-up rescue boxes. I ordered a few more last week, but they did raise the prices on some of them, which sucks, but I love them so much I got it anyway. So we'll see. And I don't know if they're going to keep it at that. And what's interesting is that I went on it yesterday and they had the prices, like it said from this price, like the designer box, it was like from $60 or something like that. And they're never that low. So I'd be interested to see once it goes live if they change the price. But anyway, this is another item that sold with my sale, and it was an Anthropologie Meadow Rue Calcata 100% silk dress, and that sold for $14. I sold this Athleta black quilted vest. This was only listed for a couple of days, and that sold for $25 from an offer. I sold these Reebok CrossFit white leggings. They only sold for $13. For some reason, I thought these would do better, but they didn't. But I sold them quickly, so that's okay. This was a pair of pink Victoria's Secret Ultimate leggings. They were black with like teal, and those sold for $22. I sold these Gentle Soles shoes. They were like a black crisscross leather shoe, and they were really cute, but apparently I must have listed the wrong size because I just got a return request. So my fault. They did sell for $32 though, and they were getting lots of interest, so I think they're really cute and they'll sell quickly again once I get them back. Next was this Sezane. Is that how you say it? Sezane. S-E-Z-A-N-E. It was a blue chambray pearl snap top. I got this a few weeks ago at a thrift world and I sold it for $55. So that was great. This was a vintage Unisonic clear see-through landline phone from the 90s, possibly 80s, but I think 90s. And I totally had this when I was younger. Sold for $45.88, my full asking price. So that was a great sale. This was a Neiman Marcus men's gray silk cashmere blend turtleneck sweater. This was in a men's thredUP rescue box. It had a little hole in the back of the neck. Sold for $15. This was an amazing sale. It was Lingua. I'm horrible at saying anything other than English. Franca. L-I-N-G-U-A. Lingua Franca. Cashmere crew neck pullover sweater. I found this at a thrift world and it was just last week. Possibly Tuesday or maybe last Saturday. I'm trying to think because it's maybe been Friday. I don't know. But anyway, it sold for $180. I picked it up for like $6, I think. So that was amazing. Never knew about this brand, but the tag looked interesting. It felt really soft. I looked it up and turns out they retail for a ridiculously high amount and they sell dog cashmere sweaters for like $180. So, comps were pretty good. I mean, they were pretty good. Some were like 100, but some were like a few hundred. I saw an exact comp for this sweater on Poshmark for 170. So I listed mine at 200 and it was getting a decent amount of interest right away. And I sent someone an offer to Watcher on eBay for 180 and they accepted. So that was great. And it literally sold within, I think, a day of listing. Next was a Blink 182 shirt. This was in a men's thredUP rescue box. This sold for $15. And then I sold this Eileen Fisher blue linen cotton blend cardigan in a size extra large. This was, nope, I thought it was for my sale, but it wasn't. It just said promoted listing. So I can promote my listings like at a certain percentage, which apparently I did that on this one. And that sold for $35. I sold these Tom's navy blue terry cloth slip-on shoes in a size 11 for $18. And then next, this was a Jimmy Kimmel gray hoodie sweatshirt pullover. This came in a men's thredUP rescue box and it sold for $15. So again, not tons of money, but still moved it quickly. This is a pair of new American Eagle slim fit khakis in a size 38. These were also in a men's thredUP rescue box and these sold for $25.08. And then I sold these Anthropologie green cargo zipper ankle pants in a size 31 for $15. That was a low offer sent to me, I think yesterday, but I was not making very many sales the last couple of days on eBay, so I just took it because I still made money and I thought maybe I'd get some action going in my store. Next was another amazing sale. It came from that same thrift store as that expensive sweater. This was in a Neiman Bing blazer. I found out the exact style of it. It was called the Madeleine Blazer. This had tons of interest right away. I did post on my Instagram. If you don't follow me there, I would encourage you to. I try to post every day in my stories and just give you tips and tricks and stuff like that. So tons of interest in all the platforms. Listed it at 200. Comps were kind of all over the place, anywhere from like 70 to over 200. So, and was getting lots of offers right away. $100, $120, stuff like that. So I kept countering and I'm like, if I'm getting this many offers right away, it's probably pretty desirable. And so I kind of just said to myself, 150 is the lowest I'm going to go, you know, unless I end up having it for a while. But then someone did offer me 150 on eBay. And so I went ahead and took that and I paid $7 or $8 for that as well. I think maybe even less. I don't know. So that was amazing. I'm wondering, because I found a few really high-end pieces at that thrift store, I'm wondering if it is the same person who donated them, but that was great. And then I sold a pair of Crocs navy blue mammoth lined slip-on shoes, and these sold for $25. Last night I sold these Echo women's burgundy like outdoor sandals in a size 40, and they sold for my full asking price of $25.88. And oh, one more last night. This was a full price sale. It was an Under Armour navy blue long sleeve active shirt in extra large. It was men's. It was from TJ Maxx. I got it for like $2. It was a weird 3/4 length, so not really the greatest style, but it sold for $20. So that's it on eBay. Let's move on to Poshmark last. My weekend sales on Poshmark were good. I think I had like 20 something last weekend, so that was great. The first thing I sold were these Stuart Weitzman black patent leather heels in a size 7.5, and these sold for $52. I sold this Tory Ivory Drape Twill jacket. I priced it at $20 because I did have some stains in the back shoulder that I couldn't get out, and it sold for $15. Next was a vintage Arizona Aztec Southwestern sparkle t-shirt. It was just really cool. I don't know. I had like a feather on it. And so I sold that for $31. And then I sold this Victoria's Secret plunge bra. It was in a size 36C, and that sold for $19. Next was an Adidas teal sleeveless crop top, and this sold for $18. I knew this wouldn't sell for much, but I also knew it would sell quickly, and it did. This was in a thread-up designer box. It was Rag & Bone, which I don't consider super designer, but it was a Project Cat short sleeve t-shirt, and it still sold for $30, so I was happy with that. Next was a pair of Citizens and Humanity men's like brown colored jeans, and these sold for $25. Here's another pair of those Evolution and Creation leggings. These had like an ice kind of diamond print looking to them, and they only sold for $10, but like I said, I'm not really into that brand, so I'm just taking offers. Next was an item from a men's thread-up rescue box. It was Sean John Ivory Black Tiger bomber jacket in a size extra extra large, and it sold for $16. And then I sold these Torrid Boyfriend straight denim distressed jeans. These sold for $32. Next was another very fast sale from a shoe thread-up rescue box. They were the Tory Burch tan patent leather Miller sandals. I know when I first did the video, I had no idea because I'd never find these. And I'm like, maybe I can get $50 out of these. But then I looked up comps. I'm like, oh, okay, I can get higher, like twice that. So some people listed them even higher, but some of the comps were showing me like 70 to like 125 was like average. And they got lots of interest, and they sold within minutes for $105. So that was great because that box was $90, and that pair of shoes pretty much paid for the whole box. So yes, please. I hope my shoe box I get next week is just as amazing, because that one I got last time was like the best shoe box I've ever got. Next was a Rag & Bone black crew neck pullover sweater, and this sold for $20. And then I sold these new DL 1961 Florence crop skinny jeans in a size 18, and these sold for $50. That was exciting. This was a Travis Matthews blue plaid button-up shirt in a size medium, and that sold for $17. Usually I give those to my brother, but for some reason I thought this was women's because it looked kind of like cut thin, but I looked up the style and it was men's, and so it's like, whatever, I just sold it anyway. Next was a St. John gray high neck sweater dress. I had this for quite a long time. St. John is a slow mover for me, but that's okay. Sometimes I send it into the Real when they accept it. This sold for $42, so that's still pretty good. I always try to do these right away when I wake up on Friday, so if I look really tired, it's because I am. But you know what? I always look like this anyway. I don't hardly ever wear makeup. I'm getting old, okay, guys? Okay, next was a pair of Merrells. I thought these were women's. Turns out they were kids. They were a barefoot trail glove festival shoes. They were in a size 6 youth and 6.5, and they sold for $17. This was a pair of Dolce Vita cork wedge black strappy sandals. I've had these for over a year. Ridiculous. And it was the spell out, so apparently the more expensive one. And someone offered me 10, so I took it because I was tired of seeing them on my shoe rack. Next was an Eileen Fisher teal half sleeve organic cotton top in a size medium, and I sold that for $16. I sold these New Balance gray 577 V5 running sneakers. These were new without tags, and they sold for $40. And then I sold this Anthropologie Aryan Alley blue oversized tunic sweater. I think I wore this once, maybe to church or something. And then I sold it for $17. Next was a pair of vintage Tommy Hilfiger 90s spell out jeans. They sold for $15. This was the weekend where I was making lots of sales and I was basically accepting almost every offer I got just to move stuff. So that's okay with me. Next was a little boy's belt. It was a Tony Lama little Texas belt. It was really cute. I think if it was adult, obviously it would have went for more, but that's okay. It still sold for 20 bucks. And then I sold these J. Crew Chambray tie front waist cropped pants. These were in a size 6 and they sold for $18. I sold these Vans pink black checkered like skater shoes. These sold for my full asking price of $35. And then I sold these Hurley men's Phantom USA 4th of July board shorts for $17. Next was a standard James Purse white sheer long sleeve top that sold for $15. Kind of what I was expecting. I think I only had it listed for $20. Next was a pair of J. Crew Reese drapey track pants in a size 4. These sold for $20. And then I sold these new J. Jill kick ankle flare crop jeans. These I got a long time ago at TJ Maxx. I think I only have one pair left. I'm ready to get rid of them. I'm petting my cat and there's like fur floating around. I'm sure you can't see that, but I'm not going crazy. Those sold for $16. I have one pair. I hope I can just get rid of them. Next was a pair of Madewell jeans. They were a mid-rise black skinny jeans. Nope, straight leg jeans in a size 27. And they sold for $21. I sold this Brooks Brothers shirt that came in a men's sewed up rescue box. It was a gingham green colored shirt in a Regent style. And it sold for $16. This was another pair of Dickies from a men's sewed up rescue box. They were a black pair. And these were new with tags. And they sold for $15. I sold this pair of AGL nude patent leather chain shoes, and those sold for $36. This was a pair of Mason Scotch high-rise skinny jeans in a size 28, and they sold for 30 bucks. This was from a ThredUp purse rescue box. I think it was a Coach one, and it was a monogram medium tote with matching wallet for $50. I sold these Athleta green Aspire ruched crop ankle pants in a size 14, and those sold for $24. Next was the brand Nux, N-U-X. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's an athletic brand. I found 3 pair of these at the same store one day. The other 2 already sold quickly. These ones sold for 20 bucks. This was a pair of mother jeans. They were new with tags. They were the white Rascal Snippet ankle high-rise jeans. I got these from a Plato's Closet. They had stains on them. They were sitting on my table forever that I was going to try to just stain treat them without putting them through the wash since they had the tags with them. But I never did it. And so finally I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to list it with the stains and just tell people it probably can come out in the wash. And so they still sold for 40 bucks. So that's fine with me. And then the last thing I sold was this Lulu's blue Joyful Noise floral mini dress. This brand just does not sell that well for me. And I find really cute dresses of it a lot. But I kind of stopped picking them up because they're just not selling for me. And that's kind of how it works sometimes. Things can sell really great for other people and they don't sell great for you. So it's important to figure out what sells good for you and not just pick something up because other people said to. If you try it and it's not selling that great for you, like, don't keep getting it. That sold for $18, so that was okay. So yeah, those were my sale. Pretty good. I feel like I had a pretty good week. I am going to a new thrift store in Council Bluffs today, which I'm so excited about because I live in Iowa. So right now we have one Goodwill, one Salvation Army in our city. And now we're adding a Thrift World, which is super exciting. But most of the time I travel over the river, which is literally like 10 minutes, to Omaha, Nebraska, and that's where I do most of my shopping. But I'm going to check out this new Thrift World. I'm excited. I hope it's good because that would just give me another place that's like 5 minutes away from me. So we'll see. I'll probably post about it on my Instagram if you want to follow me there. We'll do some little polls and things like that. Yeah. So if you like this video, please push that little thumbs up down below. It helps my channel out. I'm continually growing. I also started TikTok for my business, which, you know, I'm almost 40, so why not? So if you want to follow me there, same name, Canary Closet, the Canary Closet. I posted about it on my Instagram, I think, as well. Yeah, so thank you for watching. I will see you guys next week. I hope I'll be getting some ThredUp rescue boxes, and I hope they're good. Have a good weekend. Bye.